crisps.
It's live.
Hello.
You go grab crisps.
Just to show them off. I was going to show them off.
Hey everybody, I'll start off. So I'm just coming off a nice foodie panel. So so I'm after going grabbing some Thai crispy rolls. We're just gonna sit here and eat. I'm so hungry now. And I'm drinking a Baraka. You're back.
I am back.
Show us your you got I'd be saying crisps and you'd be saying chips.
I'd say chips, yeah. But I don't have chips. I grabbed the seaweed flakes.
Oh, excellent!
Just to show them off of what we were talking about.
I mentioned these, in the on the last panel, yeah. So our main character, Joe. Hey, Ryan. I've been so bad in all the panels, like people making comments and saying stuff. Hey. Sorry, I'm just like not the best at multitasking. Yeah, some folks are great at it. So
introduce ourselves officially.
Yes, officially.
So I'll start off. So I'm Rachel A. Cooper, and we co-authored together.
Yes, and I'm Aoife Wai.
And we're currently working on a Titan's Core, which is a lit RPG isekai. And it's like a tower climber climbing up to the top to reach the prize for immortality. But there, your time is currency. So it's a high stakes game, so we should say. So to speak.
Yes, I'm so glad you took on that. Because as I said in the last panel,
should have been eating food at the last panel. I know Ryan got
that burger looks so nice, Ryan. It really, really did. As I say, I'd just had a pack of what was it? Hula hoop crisps. Do you have hula hoops?
We have Funyuns, so they're like little O's.
They're like little O's, and so they come in different flavors. There's like the regular salted flavor. I love salt and vinegar.
Yeah,
that's my Kyo salt and vinegar crisp, the best. But these ones, you can basically put them on your fingers and then just as a kid, I would have, not so much as an adult going around. Yeah, finger food.
Sounds like what we had here is the bugles, and they're like little cones, and you can stick them on your fingers and be like little a witch or claws and stuff.
The claw. I was gonna say so I suppose I've actually found where the comments are, me so much tech savvy. So I found the comments, and I might actually be able to because I know there have been comments that I've missed on previous panels.
If there's like a big comment or anything, just put a bunch of emojis.
Someone is at front door.
There we have. I don't know if you can hear Alexa going as the front door. Kiddos are coming home from school because it's so the time difference. It's like 4:18 here, where it's only, what time is it with you?
It is 10:18 a.m.
10 a.m. So we write across time zones. So which is fun. So if anybody has any questions,
we'll open it up to y'all for the first few minutes here, see how it goes.
I see. Oslo's saying he has them in the UK as well. Those
the bugles, yes.
The bugles, yeah. Oh, Stephen's there.
I'm loving all the emojis. Josh, thanks for the emojis. Those are fun. And then Stephen too.
Yeah, so my eyesight start to go as well.
Emojis stand out though.
They do. I love all those emojis. They're really cool.
I know. I think they're the YouTube ones. Funyuns. They got a pretty harsh texture there. So you skip the first panel. Oh yeah. You gotta get the writing in.
I know I have to say, like, I'm only picking up on some. I go usually on my phone on YouTube, and again had a bit of I think one of the first panels I couldn't comment on it initially. I had to go back out and come back in. also, I'm just really slow. Like by the time somebody's made a comment and I'm like, oh, I'll reply to that, they've moved on in conversation. I'm like, and you can't, like, the thing with YouTube, you can't, I can't, I'd love to be able to, the way, like, you could little, like, reply or
star
heart
or
something.
yeah, on the
Now,
specific comments. Yeah.
I don't know, maybe you can do it. I haven't figured out how to do that. So I'm usually just saying random stuff in the comments. But yeah, I'm trying to catch as many of them as I can. But between the time difference, a lot of the later panels, I'm just like, I am pretty much an early morning person. I'm usually up early. And then by the time it gets to 10 o'clock here, if I want to be able to get up and be in any way a functioning human being the next day, I can't really make the later panels. And like that, you're trying to juggle all the different things.
Your time, right? Yeah.
Yes, yeah. But I will try and catch some of them on replay as well, and thumbs them up and things like that. So yeah, it's been really cool though, watching panels.
Oh, we got anything. Okay. Yes.
Oh,
that is kind of like emojis, but I can't see it.
That's one of those. Let's block the screen. Yeah. That's so cool, Ryan. Yeah. And I see Matt has asked a question.
I do like avocados. So a reply section.
I'm trying to keep up with.
Okay, Matt.
Oh yeah. Okay. When plotting, do you ever have any times where you disagree on the plot or character choices, and how do you decide what route to go with the story? Yeah. Oh gosh, yeah, we're just always full of conflict, the two of us.
We far away.
I was going to say mud wrestling.
Oh.
Just because that came up in the story, I'm just like, yeah, we've got one of our characters. He's just gonna.
They're mud wrestling. Did I?
No, I'm just joking. No, I'm just saying when you started. So this is basically what happens. We'll say something. Rachel will say something that'll inspire me to think of something, and it's usually quite insane. Usually,
sometimes I mishear her and misunderstand it. So she'll say something, and I'll say something completely different, but we either go with one or the other.
That's actually brilliant. Yeah, and then we'll use that. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'd say we don't really have much disagreements. We're pretty easygoing when we're writing. I think that's part of the things of why mud flinging across the screens. That's probably why we do so well with our co-authoring and plotting together. So we just have fun with it and enjoy what we do. Yeah. And we usually try and like if you write a couple of different scenes, sometimes we'll have overlaps in scenes when we're writing, and then we'll just kind of pick and choose which one's the best, for the story and the characters. And then I think there's one. There's
Maria I see is saying the same. Okay, yes, yeah. I see that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Twitch too.
Yeah, thanks, Maria.
And then Ryan is the one with the tear penguin blue waving tear. Tell us more about Hunter Origins. I've been reading that one, and it's absolutely captivating. So Hunter Origins was a spin-off companion to our series Wolf and Flames. He was one of the immortal gods in Wolf and Flame, and so we go far into his origins, into how he kind of becomes immortal himself. If you want to add more to that.
Yeah, so our original series, it's cultivation, but with a kind of an Irish mythology kind of system that we built up together with like animal and kind of plant totems. So I'm not going to butcher the whole thing. I'll go into more detail than that. But we actually have a really cool cultivation quiz, so you can find out what your path is. There's 13 paths.
13 paths.
13 paths. So the original, so it's like there was a broken system. It's somewhat inspired, like, by like Sancha novels where you've got gods and demons and all this sort of thing going on. So Hunter, his origins, he was somewhat inspired originally by the Deep from The Boys.
Oh yes.
But he gets his own character arc. So when we thought about it, it was like, right, he's this person now, but what was he like in the beginning? And so his origins are in a kind of a Greek style cultivation world. And so that's the story that we set up on Royal Road. And he discovers there's basically a tower so he goes into this tower. Again, there's a theme here with tower climbers that we like.
We like climbing up, apparently. Climbing upstairs.
Or great for exercise. And yeah. So I'm probably, going on a meandering. That's how I tell stories sometimes. Yeah, I just go. There's from A to B, I'll go all over. There's a big flow chart.
One other key component to his hunter origins is that it's also a time-space kind of jumping. And so he has to go collect some initiates who are destined to become immortal also. And he has to go jump through time and space to get there and collect these initiates to take them back to this tower that's in his Greek world.
Yes. Oh, that reminds me, when we came up with, so like they're based on, they all have their code names, Alpha, Beta, Charlie,
Alpha, Bravo,
Delta.
Charlie.
Yeah. And so we then looked at key points in history where those terms could be relevant. Isn't that right as well?
Yeah. In terms of like location and like setting of like a timeline.
Yeah. So another character that we have in our Wolf and Flame series is like the next initiate, and they have kind of like a love-hate relationship in Wolf and Flame. And that's Hei Zhangzhu. And she is very much kind of based on, if you've seen what's Kung Fu Hustle, the landlady there. So
it's a good character, lots of snark.
Yes. Yeah. So I just so I love those type of movies, Stephen Chow movies. So so a lot of that, and there's a lot of horror comedy as well, inspiration, I think, as well.
Yeah. Some Monty Python references here and there, and then
yes,
the
rabbit.
Yes. And there's also some ducks at a special request from one time when we were at Dragon Con. We did throw in some ducks.
Oh yeah. I still have the cool little duck as well. Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Excuse me, I'm getting over a cold here.
Oh yes, Shaolin soccer as well. Love that. Love that so much. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, there was one in waiting from Josh. He said, between the two of you, how do you decide the color of your character's hair? Because I do have.
Well, we actually had this come up in our. Thanks be to God, we have spreadsheets, because I tend to just. I think it's whoever gets there first sometimes, or we'll just decide it in the spreadsheet and go, okay, this character, that's their background. I think there was one of the most recent ones, we were like, okay, she's got indigo hair. And then I think both of us, between going from book 1 to book 2, and it'd been a while since she'd been in the scene, or I can't remember, or we're going back in to do self-edits, it was like, now she has blonde hair.
Yes.
And so
we had to go
and
back.
Of course, Rachel picked it up. Thanks. So again, I think it's just, partially it's to do with their kind of character, what the background is.
Some of the pants in there too.
Yeah.
I don't think so they only had one blue haired in Wolf and Flame, where Kara, she started out as a redhead, and by book 4, even on the cover, she has blue hair.
Yes, but there's a reason behind it. Yes, there's so. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was kind of like Eternal Sunshine for the Spotless Mind. Is that the film
movie,
where her hair
yeah.
color changes? That was the inspiration for that.
Yeah.
There's meaning behind it. Yes, I love all those sorts of things. Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, more questions, because I know there's some that popped up when we were talking. Let's see, Charlotte. So Matt, what's the most outrageous, silly, crazy thing you've ever written, and how was it received by your readers if it was published? Oh, that's a good question. Can you think of something that's
yes, I not so much as received by readers as by myself when I read back over it. And it's basically, again, going back to Wolf and Flame, and we were talking a little bit earlier about on the last panel about food, and the first family kind of meet up with the two characters. Cara brings Raph to visit her family in Meath, and they own a sanctuary for animals, including donkeys.
Yes.
And so basically we have, as I mentioned before, there's a mythology coming in. So there's basically the equivalent of an Irish zombie is called a slua. And so, of course, we have to have the donkey turning into a zombie. This is the pantsing part of me. So I was like, yes. And the donkeys are called after Huey, Dewey, and Louie. And yeah, so I first wrote a scene which was pretty graphic of the donkey attacking the other donkey, becoming a zombie and attacking the others. And I think I actually was crying, laughing, going back through this is just too much.
And I'm glad I got to read it. So because it was very
hold back on it a bit,
almost gory and descriptive. Like, to imagine this zombie donkey just dripping with.
So I think that always stands out, because it wasn't just me. I was actually with Rachel, and my reaction was just, this is too much. This is too much. Yeah. So.
We need to pull that out, and we just shove it into Patreon or newsletter or something, just so people can see it.
Oh, the original. Well, I presume we have it there somewhere. Yeah.
I can't think of anything for myself that I've done, but I think that was a good one.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, next one right below that, Ryan. Yeah.
Where do you get your inspiration and ideas for cultivation style stories?
So again, the one for Wolf and Flame was the kind of Celtic zodiac kind of system. Yeah. So Wolf and Flame was the new path that was
it's not on the real about. Zodiac.
Yeah, but so we had stag or birch and stag.
Birch and stag is one. So it was a two pairings that would go together. I think Reed and Wolf was one.
Cow and Willow or something. Yeah. And they all had specific traits, and classes. So that they were aligned to. Yeah.
Yeah, we were looking, I think the main goal, we're Googling things around, and we found something.
I was going to say,
related. And so that's
I'm going to pull up. So, this is book 2, which is also my favorite cover. It's the water dragon on it.
Kaiju.
So it's book 2 is in Hong Kong, based mostly in Hong Kong. And at the back, where is it? The back or the front? Oh, cultivation ranks. Yeah, we have our cultivation ranks. 7 stages, 4 levels. Yeah, some of that was inspired also by some of the kind of direct or Chinese translated cultivation stories. So especially the star levels. I really loved that. Yeah. And then we had mana cultivation ranks. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, we did it all by elemental affinities. And then, of course, this is probably all reversed. I don't know. Yeah, so there's the chi cultivation paths. So birch and stag, rowan and cat, ash and snake, alder and fox. If I remember rightly, say alder and fox, it was kind of allied to the bard class. and
I
we did
think
a
so.
short story
Oh,
about
yes,
that.
yes.
So of course,
Yeah.
bring the music in. Yeah. So
And I
yeah,
guess
so
like
that's-
bringing in, so we had like that Celtic mythology come and bringing in, and then we also brought in like the personality system too, because I'm psychology based in the past. So we brought in some personality stuff, and so that's where that quiz came in. Is a lot of the personality and linking it up to the different chi system there.
yeah, and you get your own picture as well afterwards,
Oh,
so
yes.
which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Again, thanks to Rachel. So
Yes, thick
I
books.
think
Let's see. I'm
Maria,
just going to scroll down.
I think Maria has
Yeah,
a
we'll do Maria.
question. So have you thought about adding a mood identifier magical hair dye for them? Or like, shoot, her hair is red, don't go near her.
I was going to say,
Oh,
like,
that's true. Yeah.
time of the month.
A telltale.
Don't go near her. That's a really cool idea. Yeah, so it's again, I think that kind of came from the, like in the movie, it's what I really like about that, because it kind of reflects where their relationship is in Eternal Sunshine. Yeah. Which I didn't quite pick up on the first time, I think. Yeah. Rachel, thoughts?
Oh yeah, no, I like Maria's idea. I think having a character and like her hair is just like a telltale sign of like it's constantly changing, and maybe she's like a barbarian class, and so you see it go red pretty often. She's pretty fierce, berserker mode.
Berserker. That's pretty cool.
And then next question from Josh. Rachel, are those braces? They are. They are braces indeed. They will be coming off hopefully in March or April of next year. I'm waiting. This is my second round to have braces. I had them when I was in middle and high school, so I will be excited.
Yeah.
They're just clear rather than the straight metal. So
I had them. Yeah. I had them. I had many braces, yeah, when I was younger. I had supposedly the gap that's supposed to make you a great singer. Not.
It didn't work.
Didn't make a difference whether I had a gap in my teeth or not.
I wonder if it probably affect the way you whistle too, yeah? Whistling.
Probably, yeah.
Let's see. And then I'm just going to go down the comments. We missed one. So, His Excellency, this is fun. Learn about writing characters. Yeah, I think, and that's one of the best things with the co-authoring thing is like we get on and we chat at least 4 times a week, video chatting, and we're just talking about the characters, the plot, the storyline, and so we're able to bounce off those ideas. I recommend like finding someone just to chit chat about it. Those are very helpful. And another question from Paul. Let's see. How do you guys handle work-life balance? How much time do you commit to writing? And then how much do you set aside for the rest of life?
This is an excellent question. And I think it's changed over the course of my writing life before I met Rachel and after and during. But initially when I started out, I'm very much a kind of I get hyper focus and I will just go. And that's so not a good idea. But I suppose I've always been, a lark. I get up early. So it's definitely a case for me of getting up around 5 or 6 in the morning, writing before the kids are up. Now, my kiddos are all kind of older now. I've only one that's kind of in primary school. They do have additional needs. So even though they are older, there can be very unpredictable times for me still going. But I just find that's the best time to come out and write here. I'm in an office space out the back. So I'm very easily distracted as well. So if I get the time to do it, to write during that space, that works for me. I like to be able to get to a point in the day then where I'm like, that's it. I've got the writing done. I can focus on other things. And I like to, or at least aspire to now, I didn't always in the beginning, but at the weekends now, I'm taking time off. I may still write a bit in the morning times before everybody's up, but I'm kind of working a little bit more to that, you know.
Yeah. I think that's key. Like for us, since we both have families and with 3 kids, like we do have to have that life balance work for us. And so, like Aoife said, the weekends, like it's for me, it's very difficult to get that time to kind of sit down away without the constant distractions coming in. And so the early morning, we both are AM type of people. So that's whenever, actually, I can't do that early, 5 a.m. It's very difficult with zombies at that time. But I actually work better mid AM morning after I've had breakfast. And so I usually get as much done as I can before collecting the kids from school. Yeah. So otherwise, like it's just chaos once they get home. Which you may see if I'm on the evening panels. There could be some chaos happening.
So say never a dull moment. The kids and that, so we still got Oh, I don't have.
Everybody has their own responsibilities.
Exactly. Yes, it's all relative, as they say. Yeah. We've a couple of more questions. We'll see if we can get through them. How do writers get inspired with their ideas? So I take massive inspiration from. I take inspiration from Rachel when we're doing our zero kind of draft or outlines and stuff like that. So we will get a lot from each other, I find, but also music, multimedia, basically
culture,
everything for me. Movies, music, like a lot for me, the 80s and 90s when I kind of grew up and things like that. I won't even go down the rabbit hole of saying what they all wear. And sometimes just even, banter from family and friends and getting out there, nature, real world. We were talking
walks,
the thing about the octopus beating up the fish to get him to do. Come on, join my hunting party. Like that. That's actually real nature.
Science news articles, things like that.
Yeah,
both of us.
Yeah, because we both have a research background as well. So you don't kind of lose that. So, sorry, Rachel, do you want to?
No, I think you answered it quite well on that one.
Okay. I'm just looking at the next questions.
Next,
what's your process for fleshing out a character's personality?
Personality. What's that?
What's personality? What is that?
I say, I think some of the things we think about is maybe their backstory too. And I think if we know maybe where they come from, kind of like their current life and maybe what their past life was, that can help with some of the personality.
What's their want and need? And then what's the conflict in the way from stopping them from getting that? And how do they react to that? I think.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah. We try to figure out what is their want. Yeah.
Yeah. And then personality, like even sometimes, again, inspiration from movies and things for personality. I'm trying to think of, we had like one of our AI demon in the Wolf and Flame was based off the Space Odyssey AI guy.
There's the common character tropes as well, like the 5-man band. Sometimes that can be helpful as well, like, so you've got, or like that you're looking, you start to notice it in shows and those character tropes, like the Hulk, powerful, but, wants to be left alone, that type of thing, so you can use that as inspiration as well.
And sometimes even just like what class that character chose can be a defining thing. So whether they went with a rogue or a sorceress, kind of how those particular traits can play into their personality.
Yeah. Oh, there's our.
Oh,
we've 1
sorry,
minute
we
to go.
missed it. 5 minutes. Oh wait,
You
that could've
can
been,
find us.
1 minute.
Yeah, we've 1 minute. So that's the link where you can find us. We're dropping 2 chapters a week on Royal Road. It will be published as a trilogy through Legion Publishers, hopefully next year. And yeah, sorry if we didn't get to all your questions.
Thanks for coming by.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Join us on Twitch too. We chat on Twitch
twice a week as well, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Yeah. So.
All right.
Thanks
for stopping by.
Do our wave.
Bye. Yes.
Yeah, we're on time. The awkward wave.